All right, if you guys need to redo that, go ahead. All right, so we're gonna reach up to the sky, lift to the ceiling, and then lower down the front. Do that again, reach up to the sky, lift your heels nice and tall, and then come back down. And last one, reach the ceiling, and then set. And take your right arm up as your left arm goes behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades, then switch. Take your left arm up, your right arm goes back. You can lift along with that, switch, reach. You're reaching through the middle fingers, and that ensures that you're really engaging all the way through your body. And you're also continuing to lift. So we're going from toes to fingertips, right? With each reach, and you're reaching diagonally from your left toes to your right fingertips, and your right fingertips to your left toes. Or wait, you know what I mean. We're going from right to left, left to right. Reach. Waking up both the back and the front of the body. Lift. And one more, reach. And then coming back to center. Turn the palms back, thumbs back. You go a little bit wider with your feet. Roll your shoulder blades together. Then exhale as you tuck under, hollow as you meet your wrists. Okay, so the backs of your wrists are coming together, palms are facing outward. And we're going to inhale, roll out of that, shoulder blades together, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale as you land to your heels, soften your knees, pull your belly in, roll into your chest, the backs of your wrists touch. And again, inhale as you stretch open, lift. Lower, round, soften the knees, pull your hips under, tuck your belly button in, shoulders, a couple more in, and round out. Good. Now we're going to go out, so the elbows are rolling back more out to the side of you, and then as you come in, you're touching your shoulder, your wrists at the shoulder height. Inhale as we open, palms up, shoulder height, lift, lower, meet the wrists. Inhale, lift, reach, open the chest, exhale, round. Inhale, lift, reach, open, and out. Not able to get in. Inhale, keep going. And this time just check it, just shake it out. Okay. All right. So everybody's shaking? Nobody's shaking. You gotta move. Come on. Everybody's shaking. If I have to stop for something, you guys gotta keep moving. And so this is our default. All right. So this will always be the default. I'm trying to get Mary into the class. I don't know what's going on. So I have to. So, oh, it's coming. It's trying to move, whether it's a slow movement or more fast and furious. Little bounces. So quick bounces. You're going to stay right here, face forward. Bring the arms up. Throw it out. Everything should be feeling tingly and good. All right. So let's start with our heavier weights. Okay. So I'm just grabbing a pair of 7.5s. I did this in my earlier class with 10, so I'm going to step it down. So maybe you want to either keep it at the 6s or 8s. Maybe not with the 10s yet. So we're going to open the palms out. Sink with so your knees are soft. You're kind of sitting back as if there was a bar stool underneath your sits bones. Weight is in your heels. Bicep curl, which is going to do simple bicep curls, keeping the elbows close to your waist, keeping the wrists rounded slightly. So your middle finger is trying to touch the wrist. Okay, so that's kind of how you will keep those wrists from bending. So inhale as we come down, exhale as we curl. Last one. And now hammer curl. Bring your feet in a little bit more. Sink back into your horse stance, your narrow frame horse stance, and tuck under as you curl. So inhale, the back arches a little bit. Exhale as you bring in your navel and lift through your pubic bone. Inhale. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. So it's just a slight movement, using your abs as well as those arms. In, out, in, out. Really focused on your breath. And last one, hold it. And then come out of that. Put the waist to the side. And shake it out. Back into shaking the body, shake the 9 gates. So we're going to do a little stretch for the back of the body. Okay, so let's bring the feet together. You're going to bring up your right hand to the ceiling. So I'll mirror you. Your left hand at the hip or behind your kidneys. So as I lift and open, we're going to spiral back to that right side, then spiral to the left front corner. Fold to that left front corner. So you're angled at those hips, and you're just going to stop at that flat back. Lower your arm to your knee and draw your right shoulder towards that left and look behind you. Breathe in, breathe out. Release the knee, take your palm flat to the floor, and you're going to sweep around you. Then you're going to sweep back to the front. Show me the inside of your arm. Bring the hand to your chin. And as you come up, pull your belly in, and you're going to clean down the front of your, okay? Take that arm back. Take your left arm up. Palm is to the ceiling. Pull your fingers back. Open to the left. So you're going to pull back on that left shoulder. Look behind you. Then turn over to the right corner in front of you and bow to that right corner. Flat back. Push that palm away. So the arm doesn't go yet. Push the palm towards that wall. Shoulder goes back and down. Now take your hand to your knee. And turn, twisting, looking behind you and up towards the ceiling. And then come back to center. Your left palm is flat to the floor. You're going to sweep around to the right. Bring your hips to the other side. Then come back. I should sweep to the left. Sorry, left. Then come back to center. Palm faces me. Hand to your chin. And as you rise, you're going to take your hand down the front of your body as you come up. And we'll do that again. Change sides. Sweep over your head. Look up and over to your right. Rotate to the left. Flat back. Keep the back flat and lower your hand to your knee. Sweep your palm over to the right. Then bring it forward. Inside of your hand faces me. Hand to the chin. As you rise up, press down the front of your body. All the way down. Good. Sweep other side. So sweep over your head. Open to your left, rotate and fold to the right corner. Pause at your knee, bring your hand to your knee, and then sweep over to your left, then sweep back to center, palm faces me to your chin. Then down the front of your body as you lift. Good, one more side. Inhale, sweep over your head, look up to the back, rotate to the front left corner, flat back, then release the arm to your knee, look up and under, and then back, center, sweep over to the right, center, chin, and then push down with your hand as you rise up. Good, shake it out. And bounce. Shift a little right and left. Back to center, throw it out. All right, so I have a question. Do we have a bench now? You know what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down to the floor. We're gonna make our way down through our sun salutation and your heavier weights, okay? You're gonna keep those with you. So I will go this way so you can see me better. And you just face me so you can see me better. And we're gonna inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Pull your hips back down the backs of your legs. We'll stretch for the hamstrings. Bend the knees and circle your hands around your ears. So this is chair pose. We're going to bring the thumbs back and pinkies out. Just hold here for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep curling the thumbs back, pinkies out. Thumbs back, pinkies out. And then release. Hands towards the floor. And we're going to step back with the right leg, left leg. Find your plank. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go down to your knees and then pull your hips back into your child's pose. Good. And then come back up and have a seat. So now we're on the floor, and let's take the weights next to you. If you need a little cushion for your head, you know, you can do that. So let's roll down one vertebrae at a time. Your knees are up, feet are flat on the floor, and you know, bring them in a little bit. And let's take the weights. Bend your elbows. Make sure they're not too heavy for you. If they feel heavy getting into this position, you might go for your lighter weights. Okay, so Lois, just know I can't really see you. I see more of your ceiling. So you might want to tilt it down. And I kind of lost you, Andrew, too, but I think we're okay. So we're in this position. You're going to bring those weights. That's good. Perfect. Weights right over your chest. Okay. Palms are facing each other. Push your lower back into the floor. So the tailbone kind of curls up and under. We want to maintain that position in your back. Turn your palms forward. Keep the wrist straight so your big knuckle pushes up against to the ceiling. Then you're going to lower your elbows, and they're in the direction of your shoulders. So they're opening, and then as you close, you're going to rotate the palms back in. Okay, so bench press with the rotation. Inhale and exhale. Okay, chest press with the rotation. Inhale, exhale. In and out. Breathe. Keep it close, slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then back up for 4, 3, 2, 1. We try to keep those elbows coming down together and hitting the floor together. Barely just touch the floor with the elbows. 1, opening for 4 counts. Then closing for 4 counts. Sink it together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. We're to 2 more. 3, 4. Press, squeeze. Make sure that the arms stay over your chest and not your head. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. Good. Now you're going to take that left weight, put it down next to you. Hold on to your other weight like this. Okay. So when your arms come forward, we're going to bring the hips up to the hands. So we're doing a little bridge here. On the inhale, you're going to lower the back 1 vertebrae at a time. The arms are going to go behind your head. Exhale, as you lift those hips, bring the weight to your thighs. If you have a 10-pound or an 8-pound, you may want to drop the weight on this one to a 6. I've got a 7.5. And inhale. So pain equals no gain, especially at our age. Inhale. If you feel pain, lower the weight. You can even do this without weight. Inhale. Push down with the small of your back to the sits bones. Exhale as you lift your hips to meet that weight or your hands. Good. Now bring that weight back to your chest as you lower your hips. Take your weight to your left hand and lower the weight to the floor. Take your legs out. And we're going to go into a full body stretch. Bring your arms up overhead, flex your feet. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your arms forward to your side body. Okay, so we're going to bring the knees in. Bring your right knee into your chest. So you're going to lace your hands just over that knee and draw the knee in towards your chest. Okay, so flex and point that right foot as you circle around at your ankle. Circle the other way. And then as you draw that knee in a little closer to your chest, you're going to try to keep that hip down. So you want to try to keep this part of your hip close to the floor and trying to flatten that right side of your back. Now, as you extend, you're going to push forward with the knee from your hip, extending your arms, tuck your chin, and then keep pushing your knee into your hands. Allow that to lift you, maybe an inch or two off the floor. And then roll back down as you bring your knee back into your chest. And again, push your leg forward from your hip, not from your abs. Your leg keeps pushing forward. Your arms extend, your shoulders pull away from your ears. You tuck your chin and allow that to lift you up. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. I'm pushing from the hip. So we're actually working the psoas muscles. I push the knee away. Let that lift. And then roll back. Bring the knee into your chest. And again, push the knee away. Let that lift you. And then bring it back. And in. And again, push away. We're going to do one more. And then back in. Good. Now take that ankle across your thigh. You can slide that left foot back a little bit so your right leg is across your thigh, your right ankle is on your thigh, and you're just opening up the right hip joint. So place the palms of your hands inside your hips. So you're just going to kind of push them down and away, feeling that stretch on the inner part of on the inner thigh of your right leg. And as you lift that left leg, pull down onto your lower back. So pull your lower back down and then lift your left leg up. So now I've got my left leg up and I'm stretching my right hip. And then push down onto your right hip, lower the foot. Push back on your left foot to stretch the right hip. Push down on your right foot to lower the foot back to left foot to the floor. Push back, stretch out the right hip, and then bring it back down. Left foot on the floor and uncross. Good, so now we're going to take the left leg in. Just take your fingers and lace them around your knee. Bring your knee into your chest. Let it sink. That hip, the muscle, the hip flexor muscle may be feeling kind of tight, you know, as you pull your knee closer and closer to your chest. Just see if you can release that tightness. So it's a little mind over matter. So you can turn, circle the foot a couple times each direction. And then go ahead and push that knee into your arms. Arms extend, shoulders are pulled, and that lifts you up. So your chin keeps holding that apple between the chin and the chest. Draw the knee back in, feel that. contracting into the hip flexor and then push from your leg, from your hip joint. You're pushing the knee forward, extending the arms, lifting you up. We'll do that about 4 more times. And don't worry if you're not coming up off the floor too much. With practice, you'll get it. It's just allowing that psoas muscle to do the work and not your abs. So the psoas muscle is a very important muscle when it comes to strengthening the core, because it is the deepest muscle of our body, and it is what connects the core to the lower body. And we'll do one more time. Press it away, extending the arms, let that lift you, and then coming back. Also, the psoas muscle is a muscle that typically gets jarred when you throw your back out. You know, that's it. When you throw your back out, I'm going to put that in quotation marks because, you know, what does that mean? Well, it means that one of the psoas muscles got contracted and like they got scared. It is that deep muscle that kind of responds to fear. It's so now we got that left leg crossed over the right. Palms of your hands are going to press right into the hip creases and push them away. Open that area up on the left side. Good. Now you're going to push your lower back into the floor as you lift that right leg and stretch out that left hip. So you're going to push from your left leg down into your right thigh, lowering the foot to the floor, and then push back from your right thigh into your left ankle to stretch the left hip. So go back and forth a couple of times. Exhaling as you bring that hip towards, or the leg towards you. Press, inhale as you press it away. So both legs are kind of working against each other, and yield to one or the other. And back. Good. Now uncross that leg and bring both knees into your chest and open the knees out towards your armpits. So you're separating them. And then we're going to hold the backs of the legs and kick your legs out. Just flex through your feet. Push your heels out, toes back. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Then bring your legs together and bring your knees back into your chest. Hold the knees into your chest. Now, same thing, we're going to do this with both knees. All right, so you're holding just below the kneecaps. You're going to pull those thighs right over the belly, and then you're going to push the thighs away as your arms extend, your shoulders pull down, tuck your chin, and let that roll you up. So little roll-ups and back. Inhale as you roll back, exhale as you roll that up. No yanking, just let the strength of your hips pull you forward. And remember, if you only come up this high, that's fine. You will work up to it. But don't strain and don't jerk. Inhale as you go back. Exhale as you push the legs forward. Let that pick you up. Inhale. There's no need to struggle. The proprioception will find its way into your body. Your brain will kind of figure out what muscles to be using. It's funny, our brain tells us one thing, and we're not coming up that high, girls. It's not a momentum thing. It's a strengthening thing. Okay, so I'm not rolling all the way up. That's a different exercise. Okay, so try really more slowly. So you push away, arms, shoulders, and let that lift you, then roll back into it. And we'll do one more. And Good. Now this time, I'll allow you to have the momentum to come into a seated position. All right, so here we go. Now, before you touch your feet, we're gonna do it again. So we're gonna try to hold it. All right, so now we're gonna bring in the ab work. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Up. And see if you can hold it without touching your feet to the floor. Lift your arms. There you go. Lift, 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 lift. Maybe you can flex your feet out. Breathe in. And out. Bring your feet together. Bottoms of your feet together if you can. Okay. Or, you know, you can always, actually, I think this is a little harder. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. And sit up nice and tall. Roll up to the sits bones. How's this feel? Okay. Feels very stretchy. So take the toes, hold them into your hands, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. So take your right hand and right behind you. Set it right there. You can always use a block. So if you have a block right there and you need the extra lift, I don't know, I have long arms, so and I think you guys do too. We're all kind of similar in that. So put the palm of your hand, this part of your hand, to your sacrum, and you're going to use that to lift your spine. Take your left hand to your right knee, and just pull your shoulder down as you lift your chest and rotate. Maybe just a little bit. And this is a kind of more of a difficult twist than the others. And then release that. And we're going to take the left hand behind your sacrum now. So the bottom part of your palm right behind your sacrum. And you use that arm as you extend the elbow, it presses right into your spine. And then your right hand over your left knee, and you lift nice and tall, and then look over to that left wall, or possibly over your shoulder. Don't go too far, know your limits. Your spine stays nice and straight and long as possible as you do go into that twist. Breathe in. No collapsing through the waist, no collapsing through the shoulders, no collapsing into that upper back. Keep it nice and tall, right through the crown of the head, and coming back to center. Bring your knees in, and sliding the feet forward. Oh, beautiful feet. Lois, I see your feet. No, keep it there. Point your toes and flex, and point, circle around at your ankles. So keep going, circle the other way. I just need to keep the time in mind here. All right. All right, press and point, press and point. Sit nice and tall. And bringing your arms up. Arms out. Palms back, fingers forward, slide forward. Find where you naturally stop. So we don't want to do this, okay? So you don't want your chest to hollow up into your back. You want to push your back into your chest. Your chest is coming forward, shoulders are backing down. So this might be as far as you go. Maybe you walk it a little bit farther. Maybe you walk it a little bit farther. Let's pull the toes back. Push down into the backs of your knees. So as you push your knees down, maybe your heels pop up a little bit. Maybe not. And then you're going to reach the left hand over your right ankle. Slide your right hand back. And we're going to breathe in, roll the shoulder back. And exhale. Come back to center. Other side, right hand over your left ankle. Slide your left hand back and breathe in. Roll that shoulder blade back and exhale. Come back to center. And then roll back up. One vertebrae at a time. You're going to lace the fingers together. So we're going to stay in this extended position. Lace your fingers together. We're going to inhale up to your chin. Turn your palms up over the head. Stretch it back. Okay, so you're lacing your fingers. So as I'm pushing out, I'm stretching palms of my hands. Yep, and then bring that up. And then reach up through the right side. Inhale. Exhale, come back through the center. Inhale, reach up through your left side. Exhale, let it bring you back to center. Inhale, bring it up to the right side, through the right side body, reaching to the left. Exhale, come back. Inhale over to your right side, opening up the left side. Exhale, bring it back. Bring the arms out and down. All right, so let's come up onto all fours. Knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders, rock it back and forth. So ladies, I know Thursday, or I don't know, I mean, it is forecasted to be super nice on Thursday. So I'm proposing coming here onto the patio for patio workout on Thursday. So we'll send that in a text or an email. And take advantage of the special weather we're going to be getting. Back into the 70s, that's going to be nice. All right, so just kind of rocking your hips side to side. Let's come back into neutral. So line your knees up with your hips, your feet in line with your knees, your palms in line with your armpits. That's the best way to kind of guide where your hands are supposed to be in your tabletop. So this is a nice, normal tabletop. And then if we go into a wide tabletop, we're going to take the knees out a little wider, shoulder width apart. Then walk out the hands appropriately so they're a little bit wider than your shoulders, but still in line with the armpits. All right, so now a little bit of so we're going to go down into a push-up in this position. Drop your chest. Notice how my chest is, my head's not here. My head's going to be above the fingers, and I'm going to keep the butt up, okay? So just allow your buttocks to stay high. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, you're pushing yourself away from the floor. Inhale, your elbows are going out naturally, 45 degrees from your side body. Exhale as they push back up. Inhale, chest presses to the floor. Exhale as you push back up. Push into your first finger and thumb as you do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to feel the backs of those arms working too, the triceps. In. Exhale, out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now step away with your left hand. Left hand is a little bit above your shoulder, and we're going to send the right hand underneath, bend your elbow. So twisting, threading the needle, your arm is on the floor. We're just going to hold this for a moment. So extend through all your fingers. So your fingernails should be pressing into the floor. Your hand, the back of your hand, the back of your wrist, your elbow, your forearm is pushing into the floor. Your shoulder may or may not be off the floor depending on the flexibility, but keep the shoulder back. The temple, the side of your head, your right side of your head is on the floor. Just resting, not a lot of weight. Your weight is high up into your hips. Weight pulls high up into your hips.
meaning that you're not collapsing into your shoulder and you're not collapsing into your head. Good, so if this is just where you can go, you can stay here. Challenge is to bring that arm up and keep reaching with that left arm. It's as if you're trying to grab a resistance band or something to pull you up. Okay, keep reaching up with that arm. Shoulder rolls back, and then take your palm and bring it, or the back of your hand, and bring it behind your waist. Maybe. You guys decide how far you want to go with this. And then you can re-extend the arm and then place that left palm down by your head where it came from. And then push yourself off the shoulder. Open the, just kind of wiggle that shoulder out. It should feel pretty good. I'm going to go the other way for you. So you can see and widen the legs, widen the arms. Step the right hand forward this time. And your left hand is going to go up and sweep through and under your right. And then lowering down. So your fingernails are all pushing into the floor, the back of your hand, the back of your wrist, forearm, your elbow, maybe your shoulder. Shoulder gets pulled back and down to the side of your temple. Left temple is on the floor resting. Pull your hips back. Weight stays in your hips. Let that lift your arm or allow your arm to be weightless and lifting up. Okay, roll the shoulder back and down. You should be, if you can look up at your hand, you should be able to see that the hand is facing your face somewhat. You should be able to see the palm of your hand. And then take your hand behind your back, roll your shoulder back. If this is okay in your shoulder, it might not be, so don't do it if it is. And then re-extend that and then replace it by the side of your head, top of your head, and push yourself off as you slide that hand back. And bring your knees back together. And coming back into your tabletop. And curling your toes under, spread out your toes, pull your hips back to give the feet a nice stretch. Come back forward, lift your knees off the floor and extend through your legs. Drop your heels. And then step in with your feet. Rise up on your fingertips. And roll up one vertebrae at a time. And inhale your arms up. And exhale, arms down. All right, let's shake everything out again. And we're going to end with the golden chi ball practice, qigong practice. And so coming back to center, our feet are about hip width apart. So on your inhale, open the chest. Your weight comes into the balls of your feet, tiptoes. Exhales, you shift back to your heels and round and tuck under with your back. We did this in the beginning. Inhale. We did it with more intention and into like it was more physical. So this time we're just going to use the breath. Nice and easy movement, one vertebrae at a time. And so we are counting this movement. So we're going to try to sync it to a 4-4 count. So we're inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 4 counts. So on my count, finish that exhale. Then we inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. And in 2, 3, 4, and out 2. Maybe your heels lift a little bit on that inhale. 2, 3. They slowly peel up on that 4th and lower down. 2, 3, 4, and in and out. Next, the arms go up. Same thing, just let the arms float up and then out as they come together. And in and out. So we're gonna do 5 repetitions of each exercise, and hopefully we have time to finish the whole set. In, let the belly fill, and out. We pull back on the navel, lift the perineum. It's always constant. Always, that's the thing that stays constant throughout most of this set, except for this next one. Last one. I know, I don't know how to count. None of us trainers know how to count. All right, inhale, you're coming up, toss the ball, exhale as you catch. Okay, let your arms swing. So it's up, swing, catch, up, swing, catch. Just do this. Up, swing, 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 swing. You'll get it. Now we're going to add in the lower body. So it's up, 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 up. One more. Good. Take your toes and heels out. Slide your hands across your rib cage. Palms are up. You're going to sink down. Inhale as you drop, lift up your chest. Now turn your palms in. Round up, tuck your tailbone under. Rounding, drop your head. Let your chin drag up your chest, roll it back. Inhale, sink. Draw your hands down the front of your body. Exhale, tuck under and round back up. Good. Inhale as you come back. And exhale. Inhale as you come back up. And exhale as we sink down. Very good. One more time. Inhale. And I know, I messed it up. All right, shake that out. Take your feet a little wider. Nice and wide. We're going to sink into that deeper horse stance. We're going to take our hands and hold that imaginary ball. As you shift to your left, we're going to inhale, arms go up. Exhale back through the center. Shift over to your right. And exhale back through the center. Shift, inhale to your left. Exhale back through the center. Inhale, shift to the right. Exhale back through the center. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale back to the center. Let the arm that's leading pull the opposite forward. So I'm leading now with the left arm. Is going to pull the right hand up. Coming back through the center. Now the right hand is going to bring that left hand up. See how they're attached? You can kind of feel it. They're sort of attached. So as slowly as you go back up, that's as slow as you're going down. Okay? And back to center. Good. Inhale, arms. And now we're just going to go one in. All right, so hands in front. Inhale as we go overhead. Lace your fingers behind your head. Look up, stretch out the chest. Exhale, elbows touch. Round into your inhale, back up. And exhale. Good. Inhale. Come forward. Back behind the head. Stretch your chest. Exhale, touch your elbows round the back. Inhale, go forward again and stretch the chest. Exhale, straighten the long white beard. Sink. Good. Inhale, scoop. Behind your head, stretch. Exhale, tuck your elbows, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, straighten, sink. Good. Now take the backs of your hands together. Inhale, open. Exhale, take your hands back to your rib cage. Palms come up. You're coming back into like fetal position, so drop your head. Then circle your hands out. And breaststroke. Inhale. Breaststroke. Lift. Then take your hands to your rib cage, palms are up, slide them forward. Rotate them out, breaststroke. Rising as you push back your hands. Exhale as you come back through. Inhale. Exhale. Palms up. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale. Last one in and out. Good, then come back. Toe heels your feet together. And closing, we're going to go up the back. So it's an inhale, roll up your spine. Hands over the top, exhale as you come down the front. Do that again. Inhale up the back, over your head, exhale down the front. Inhale, go back up, down over your head, through your hips, down the backs of your legs. Come up the inner thighs, drag all the way up like a rag doll to behind your back, lift over your head, down the front, through the hips, down the backs of your legs. One more time, inhale up the inside, through your hips, over your head, down the front, through your hips, down through the backs of the legs, and then coming all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to the collarbones. Then exhale, set. We'll do this again. I was asked to record this, so I'll send it to all of you, and you can practice little parts of it as you like. Any questions, comments, or concerns? I'll unmute everybody. And all right.
I think for me, it works a little better if I could see you more. It's a little distant and sometimes I don't get the motion exactly correct. Or
Okay,
the
so based
the
on your
position.
screen. Okay, so you have your iPad, I guess?
Yes,
So what I can maybe, does this make it any better if I do full screen? If I do that, does that make it better?
it might. I could try, I'm willing to try that.
All right.
I want to make it work, so.
Well, the other thing you could do is if you have a TV, like, my screen here, my monitor, I can plug in, I can connect it to my computer or to your iPhone or something like that if you know somebody that can help you do that. So you have a bigger screen to see.
Yeah, I have the capability of doing that. It's just the positioning in the room that I have makes it a little small.
Yeah.
Because the television sits widthwise in the room.
Okay. So
look, it's a work in progress.
It is. So Thursday, let's meet here anyway. And I was going to suggest maybe meeting here in the future, as long as it stays a small group. We can do that. Okay. So I will let you know how tomorrow goes, and everything should be fine. And I look forward to seeing you guys in person on our Thursday class.
Okay. Thanks,
All right.
Darby. Good luck tomorrow.
See you then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.